started. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7 figure CEOs. However, I also have a mission, and that mission involves you, small business owners and entrepreneurs who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first 6 figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. Let's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the full journey. Just know I'm living my best life, working my best business currently in Mexico. Okay. Now let's get started. It all starts with a blog. The blog is at shaycannon.com/AI. Right? As I promised you last week, that is what we're talking about this week, AI, artificial intelligence. Now, Blog Talk has already been released, so you know what we're talking about in particular today. But let's get into it, right? So AI, we know that it is transformational. It is touching almost all industries. There's not an industry it's not touching, including your life. And so we need to get to know AI. Now, myself and some of my fellow entrepreneurs are kind of immersed in AI right now. Like we go to AI workshops. We have our own little AI gurus that we're learning from. We are using AI, all the things. And because we are so immersed with AI and everybody around us in particular are using AI, we sometimes forget that that's not the average for most business owners. Most of you guys have only heard about it. You don't even know where to begin with it. You don't even quite know what we're talking about. Some of you think that ChatGPT is AI. It's an AI, right? And so what I decided to do was to take a week and introduce you to artificial intelligence for small business, okay? Because the number one question that I get is, where do I start with it? Where do I start with AI, right? Now, some people say, oh, go to ChatGPT, it can help you with everything you need. Go do this, go do that, whatever. But I always start small businesses where it's most impactful. And that's always going to be your client journey, okay? So we're gonna start with the client journey. Now, one of my tech gurus is Chris L. Davis. He is the owner of Automation Bridge. And what he taught me a long time ago is that people don't purchase tech, you hire tech, right? And what I have learned in my years of servicing and coaching small business owners is you don't just hire tech, you hire it first. Before you want to hire people, you hire tech, right? And so this artificial intelligence is going to be even more important for us small businesses and entrepreneurs because we do tend to hire tech first before we hire people, okay? So artificial intelligence, let's be clear, is not going to take the place of people. It's going to make your business more efficient, right? But guess what? The more tech that we have, the more people we have to hire to work our tech efficiently, right? The more tech that we have, the weight is lifted off of professionals, but you still need professionals, okay? Because one thing about this AI that I want you to remember, that is trash in, trash out. So when you don't know what you don't know and you're putting stuff in there, you're going to get back out stuff based on your lack of knowledge, okay? So AI is not going to replace people. In fact, what it's going to do is it's going to help professionals be more efficient and help more people. That's what it's going to do, okay? So just to be clear, and I hear the quote going around right now that AI is not going to replace people, it's going to replace people who don't know how to use AI. Something for you to think about, right? So again, where do you start? You start with the client journey. Now, I have a basic client journey for small business owners. It has 6 phases. Those phases are awareness. That's basically your marketing, right? Inquiry. Once they are aware of you, how do they then inquire, okay, about being serviced by you? Next is going to be your purchase, right? How do they buy? Now that they're aware of you, they've inquired about your service, how do they purchase? The next phase is onboarding, because some of y'all just take the money and get started. You need to onboard. There should be a process. Then servicing. There should be a process to the servicing. I call it the Big Mac or the McDonald's method, right? How are you servicing people the same way over and over again to get them the same result, okay? How are you building that Big Mac so that no matter what restaurant they go to, it looks and tastes the same? right? That's what we need to be doing with our service. And then finally, we got our offboarding phase. Some of y'all aren't offboarding people, so people aren't even kind of clear when the service ends. People aren't clear what they're supposed to do next, whether it involves you or not, and you're missing the opportunity to get testimonials and to get feedback. Okay, so that's your offboarding. Now, that's our client journey in our 6 phases. So I took these 6 phases and I said, okay, what is the most impactful AI I can think of for each of these phases? Okay, so this is what I want you to understand. The list and the categories and the tools and the brands that I give you, this is not an exhaustive list. This is a list to get you started to know what's out there, what's possible. Let your brain do its thing. And I want you to do some research and find out what other areas in your business you can get AI tools for, what other AI tools are there that are available, okay? But let's start with the awareness phase. Again, this is how does someone become aware that your business even exists, right? So this is basically marketing. Right? The awareness phase is basically marketing. So I gave you some categories and then some specific AI tools in those categories. Again, you want to follow along, shaycannon.com/AI, because this list is long, y'all. It's so long that it ain't even formatted right, because every time I dumped it in there, it messed up my formatting and I started screaming and I said, you know what? Just it's okay. We'll come back to it, right? The goal was to get it to you. It don't have to be perfect, because what? Done is better than perfect. So I had to jump up out of the perfectionism, but just know my whole soul is cringing over here. Every time I see something that's not indented correctly, I want to die, but it's okay. All right, let's get into it. So your awareness phase, I gave you some AI tools for the creatives, right? Most of us are not creatives in the way that we can create visually beautiful things on our own. Okay, and that's okay. That's where AI comes in. So I gave you an entire category of creatives. Art, okay? I gave you a list of AI to help you with artwork, because some of your visuals are graphics. Graphics is art. Graphic design is art, right? So you got DALL-E, you got Midjourney, you got images.ai, you got designs.ai, you got stable diffusion, spline, I think that's Spline AI, 3EFY.ai, Mesh Cape Paid. I don't know what the hell it is. I haven't used that. My favorite is going to be Midjourney. And then I'm still loving Canva, because Canva has AI in it. So keep this in mind. Most of the tools you're already using now have an AI component. Okay. For the most part, I'm not really going to talk about those because you're already using it. And so that platform is going to introduce you to their own AI. Right? So I'm trying to give you things that you may not have heard of or that are straight AI, okay? Photos, you got Starry AI, you got Remini, you got HitPaw, okay? Video, because y'all know, I wish Shawana was here right now. Video is king right now. If you're not doing video, don't actually know what you're doing with yourself, but this is going to help, okay? To create video, you got HeyGen, you got Synthesia, you got Pictory. Now, let me tell you about Pictory. You know how you have like a caption and you're like, I don't just need stock video. I need stock video that kind of goes with the words that I'm saying. That's what Pictory does, okay? All you do is put in the words, and what it does is it then pulls from stock video that makes sense for the words that you're saying. So that cuts down your research time, right? So Pictory. Then you have Descript, Filmora, you have Runway. Okay, so those are helping you to create videos. Now you have video editors. Okay, you got Magisto and you got video.ai. Video.ai is my fave, okay, because it allows me to take my long form video and cut it up into reels. Okay, and let me tell you, when video.ai went down for about a month and a half, I was at my wit's end. That's why I'm not even back consistent with my reels yet. I missed them. Now that they're back, I got to get back into the habit of doing them. But I've tried the others, and let me tell you, they don't compare to video.ai to me. Okay, because what it allows me to do is it allows me to do a lot of editing. It allows me to add my logo. It allows me to start and finish in different places. Video.ai. I honestly need an affiliate link. I don't know what they waiting on to give me my affiliate link, but yes, video.ai. Okay. Video transcription. I found Type Studio. Because what I found is I want to get more into my YouTubes, right? But I want to be able to give them those timestamp transcriptions. And so I need something to help me with that, because y'all know I'm not going to sit there and timestamp it. So we need some AI, right? Audio, we got an audio category. We got a bunch of text to speech. Okay, that is, it takes your text and it gives a voice to it. Okay, you got Murph, you got Lovo, you got Speechify, you got Play.ht. Then I found a few more things, right? I found Soundro, which creates music, because we're having problems getting some music in the background of our stuff, right? If we're not on TikTok and use their music, or we're not on Instagram and use their music, it's like when we use the same video somewhere else, we got to find more music with rights that we can use. Sounddraw, okay? Then I found one, y'all, and I haven't used it yet. So keep in mind, none of these have I used all of them, okay? I haven't used most of them, but we all are going to discover it together. But there's one called Wondercraft AI, and guess what it does? It says it can turn your written content into engaging podcast episodes. What? What? What you said? Think I'm not going to use that? Yes, I am, okay? So that's audio. Now, a lot of us, like Shaky Auntie Shaky, our rich auntie, our resident rich auntie, spoke this over the weekend, and a lot of us do speaking, and we need presentation decks, right? I have tools to help you with your presentation deck. Now, you know you can go on ChatGPT and have it write you up something, but then when it comes to the deck and making it beautiful and using visuals, we always need help, right? Got a whole list. Tome, Tome, slides AI.io, beautiful.ai, Dectopus. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm tickled about Dectopus, okay? It's supposed to be like octopus, but it's Dectopus, okay? Slides Go, Plus AI, and Gamma, all right? Gamma, loving it, loving it. So you mean tell me I can tell you what my words are and you create a nice, beautiful deck for me? Come on, even if I have to edit and change out some pictures or whatever, get me started, okay? Get me started. All right, and then miscellaneous, I found an AI that just helps you to take whatever kind of mock-ups or images and give you code so that you can put it in your website, and that's called Fronty. Social media, a lot of us are having problems managing our social media. Found some AI, okay? Repurpose.io, Flick, Content Studio, Heyday, Cortex, Taplio, Tweet Hunter. Check them out. Have I used them yet? No. Will I try them? Yes. You should try them too, okay? Now, we all know about marketing writers. In fact, Heather just put one in there, but sometimes we need marketing specific writers. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes what we understand is we can get traffic to something and then we don't convert. Well, that's because we need sales copy, right? We don't need somebody to just write. We kind of need sales copy. Well, I found some AIs to help us with marketing specific writing, okay? We got Neural Text, Any Word, Ad Creative AI, Market Muse, Scale Nut, Cohere Generate, Hyper Write, Copy AI, okay? Now, keep in mind, all AI is not free, okay? But just like your time is not free, and if you were to hire somebody, it would be a lot of money. I need you to quantify this, okay? If something is $20 a month, $10 a month for you to get that, I need you to pay that because you couldn't pay a person that, okay? So I need you to come on, get started, all right? Now, what I'm going to say is phase 2 is the inquiry phase, but the star of inquiry is chatbots. Chatbots, if we could just get together our frequently asked questions, let me tell you how tech can take over. What are people normally asking you about when they come in awareness of you? Y'all need to start writing that stuff down, documenting that stuff so you can feed it into an AI. And now the AI is taking care of answering those frequently asked questions, okay? The AI is pointing. Think about now when you're trying to get help from somebody, the first I can't think of my words, but the first thing that you encounter, okay, is going to be a chatbot that's taking you to a library of shit for you to read. They're like, look, we're not giving you no person. Go over here and look first to see if this stuff can help you, right? So we can do the same thing, all right? So chatbots, you got Chatbot Live, you got Hugging Chat, you got Liro by TDO, you got Talk.to, and I hear that Talk.to is free. So you know I'm about to get on that. Chat-based, Chatling, Revi Chat, Botsify, Mobile Monkey, EBI, AI, Chat Fuel, Agent GPT. Okay? There is no reason why we don't have our own little tech customer service bot going and working on our behalf, okay? Some of us are losing money because you're not getting back to people and all they got is a simple question. All they got is a simple question. And you're not prepared to answer it because you're over here trying to service a client, do this, do that, whatever. Well, your business don't care that you ain't hired nobody. Okay. Your business don't care that you don't have the time to do all the things. Your business still needs what it needs. So technology and these AIs can help us with that. So we need to be looking at these things as our helpers. Okay. And it's getting us started. And our goal is that we use these things to bring in the money so that we can then afford the experts. Because these things are great to start with, but let me tell you how, if I'm giving you high dollar, I expect high experience. And sometimes high experience is not just tech, it's somebody, okay? Now, that was a whole long list. Again, shaycannon.com/AI. We've gone through the first 2 phases of the client journey. And so hopefully you guys, your list might be too long for you to be trying to remember. But of course, I'm going to go around and ask you from each phase, what are you going to start using or what have you been using already? But I'm going to catch up in the chat first. Let's see what's going on in this chat. Okay, Demetra said Canva's AI is DALL-E, which is ChatGPT. However, using DALL-E in Canva requires points that are automatically given monthly. When using AI in Canva, a person must pull their AI images onto a blank Canva sheet because the images aren't stored. There you go. Heather said, I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, so I'm giggling like, what are you talking about, Heather? Go away. Okay, Jasper AI can be used for social is something that Heather said also. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff, y'all. But it's here to help us. We cannot be afraid of technology, okay? Over here on Facebook, Tracy's over here. She says, good morning, everybody. Keith Munn says, good morning. Keith said he's taking notes. So make sure y'all go to the blog post. This is one of those listicles where it's going to be impossible for you to catch it all on your own. So go to shaycannon.com/AI. And y'all just know that by the end of the day, I'm going to have that thing formatted right because, woo, good Lord. And Dewana's over here on Facebook and in studio giving us all the laughs. So, hey, Dewana. But let's get started. For phase 1, the awareness phase or marketing, and phase 2, the inquiry phase, what AI are you guys going to start infusing in your business? Now, again, this is not an exhaustive list. So feel free to do your research. Kimberly is off the mic. What did you want to add, Kimberly?
I didn't mean to be off the mic. I'm sorry.
I was like, I thought Kimberly was at work.
I'm going back. I'm going back off. Sorry.
Okay, well, you put it in the chat then, Kimberly, so we can read it. All right, you put it in the chat. All right, we're going to start with Heather. Heather, what AI are you going to use for these first 2 phases of your client journey?
I already use Midjourney and ChatGPT. So the chatster writes my blog post, and then I go in and edit it. So for people, like when Shay was mentioning garbage in and garbage out, I just really want to caution you that if you are using AI to write your copy, please go in and just make sure that it really does sound like you, that it's using terminology that you use in your other channels or talking to people. Just make sure. So while you think that, oh, I can just whip out a blog post in 15 seconds, like, no, it's still going to take you an hour or so to make sure you shape it up properly. So just a caution. But Midjourney, I've been creating images and then I make sure that I crop it so the hands aren't there because, you know, their hands all look weird. But I also want to start using the video AI. Like you recommended it like months and months ago. I haven't really found a way to really use it, but I think I do now. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
Well, again, like I said, I was using it, and when they went down, they got me out of the habit. Now I got to get back in the habit. In fact, y'all know I have reached out to them and tried to I need to recoup some of them credits that I done wasted because it's your fault that I got out of the habit. So y'all know I'm playing that card. Hey, it's your fault. Can I get a couple of these months back? So yeah. But yeah, so I'm rethinking how I'm going to do it and what my reels need to look like and all that kind of stuff as a part of my annual planning. Again, y'all, if y'all have not done your annual planning, I do have a little low cost way to help you. Go to shaycannon.com/planning, because we're not talking about planning really. We're talking about the high level strategies to add to your planning. But if you just need baseline planning, shaycannon.com/planning. But just to give you a tip, you should be done with your planning by November the 30th at the least, or I'm sorry, at the latest, because December should be all about preparing for action so that in January is go time. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, Auntie Shaky, you are next on my screen. So how are you going to be using, are you using AI right now? If so, what? And also, how are you going to infuse this new information into your phase 1 and phase 2?
So, my use of AI is not that vast. Like, I'll go to ChatGPT for a little something. I tried to go to ChatGPT to make a speech. It was an epic fail, as you know, but
well, again, it's, what are you putting in for what you're going to get out, right? So you just need the right prompts, because when I tell you, mine be amazing is what I'm gonna tell you. Like, mine be amazing. But I also don't have it start from the very beginning, Auntie Shaky. Like, I know that you taught it, like you gave it some of your old stuff and was like, pull from it. I don't even do that most of the time. I just tell it what is my intention for what I want to happen at this thing that I'm giving the thing for. And then I give it the background it needs for that. And by background, I just mean, like, what is the formula of the content I wanted to draw from and make better, right? And so that's what it does. So if I'm giving it an outline, I'm giving it some detail in the outline, and I let it add to it, and then I still edit it. But then when you do that and you take it and use like Beautiful AI or Gamma or something like that, like, you can be done with a deck in like an hour or two. And so that's awesome. Do you hear me? Awesome. So yeah.
Now, the other thing, though, that I have used AI for quite a bit is, because I go on a lot of podcasts, is I was using Get Munch, but and I just clicked on video.ai because you recommended it. Platform looks similar to Get Munch, so but I will try it because I was dissatisfied with it wasn't as intuitive as I had hoped that it would be.
Let
So
me tell you.
hopefully video.ai is.
Yeah, video video.ai, y'all, is my favorite. And I tried, let me tell you, I was desperate because I was on the road with them reels. I was getting it, right? And so I was desperate to find something else, and nothing really measured up to me. Also, let me tell you how I don't always want to make it unlisted YouTube video to then have you to chop it up. And so a lot of those video editors only take YouTube links or some type of link. And I'm like, that's extra steps. Now you holding up my process, right? So one thing I liked about video.ai is from your desktop or whatever computer you're using, you can immediately download the video from wherever, upload it straight into video.ai and let it cut it up, right? And then you'll get an email. You ain't got to sit there and look at it. You upload it, and then it'll give you an email and say, hey, we have from your long form video, we have created 33 clips, right? And you go in there, and now you can play with the clips. And it's very intuitive in the names that it's giving it and everything. Like, I always change the name because y'all know, perfectionist. But at least I can go through and say, oh, when I can go to that one and pick that one over some other ones rather than going through and trying to look at all of them, right? I can go through by the name that it gave and say, oh yeah, that'll make a good one if it's what I think it is, right? Go in there and like, yeah, this is it. Rename it, doctor it up. I'm ready to go. So yes, highly suggest video.ai. I'm telling you, they need to make me an affiliate. So cool. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Auntie Shaky?
No, that was it.
Okay, well, congratulations on your successful speech this weekend. Teray, you're driving. Well, yeah, you clapping, so you can come off the mic because you over there clapping and driving. Jesus, help us. Take the wheel.
I'm pulling up to a red light, so that's why I'm slowing down.
Take the wheel.
I was excited to see Shaky's pictures from her speech over the weekend.
Yeah, didn't she look like money? Look, your rich
She
auntie look like money.
Yes.
Just saying, just look. Okay, so for phase 1 and phase 2, Teray, what AI are you already using, and what AI are you going to incorporate from the list we shared today?
So I'm using Chat GPT just because that's what you introduced us to it some months ago. So I've been using that, but I know that I'm not using it to the fullest capacity. And I think I'm just kind of overwhelmed with
Mhm.
with AI. I'm overwhelmed just because I'm doing all the things right now. I'm trying to, like in the past, 8 months, I had 2 surgeries.
Mhm.
I have to get Hassan in and out of school. He's gonna graduate in the spring. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my life is just lifing. I finished
Yes.
my book. I'm publishing my book. I'm editing my book. I gotta choose a cover for my book. I gotta get ISB. Like, I'm overwhelmed. And then when it's like, oh, and by the way, you gotta learn how to use AI. So
Yes.
I'm to be honest, I mean, I don't want to be overwhelmed by it, but I am. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you gave us this list. I'm happy about this topic this week because I need to jump on board. And if I don't do it sooner than later, then it'll be a problem for me. You know what I mean? Sooner
But
than
many
later.
people feel the way that you do, which is why I'm giving you a place to start, right? So you don't just go find AI and let AI run you. You say, where am I in my business and what do I need help with? And then you say, is there AI out there that can help me? You're not being led by AI. You lead the AI, right?
Mhm.
So we're not in Terminator, right? So they're not taking over. That you decide what you need help with. All those things that you're saying you need help with, there's probably an AI tool that will make it easier for you in some way. And if you're using a tool that's not making it easy for you and it feels overwhelming, then that means you need to be asking it, because ChatGPT will train you on it. I need this. What do I need to ask you to get the best result? That's one thing I love about ChatGPT. When I don't know how to use it, it can teach me how to use it. Right? I'm trying to do this. I want to incorporate this. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. What questions should I answer for you to give me the best output? And it's going to give you a list of questions. Answer them things. You off and running. So yeah, don't let it overwhelm you. Whatever piece you're on, see if there's something to help you. Don't be overwhelmed over the options. What option can help you with where you are right now?
Got it.
Cool beans, cool beans.
Yes.
All right, Demetra, what AI are you already using in phase 1 and phase 2? And from the list, what are you going to incorporate?
Good morning, everyone. Right now, I'm using ChatGPT, Midjourney, and DALL-E, incorporating Canva into all of that. So, Teray, you and I are in one of the stages together of designing the book cover. So, what you can do with ChatGPT is let it know. I'm in a phase now of, needing a design for my book cover, and give it information about your book and ask it to give you X amount of, so you could say 5, 10 of ideas for your book cover. From those ideas, you then say, I like, idea number 5 and give it the name. Can you create a prompt for this, for an image? And if you have ChatGPT, the paid version, you can then take that prompt and it will create images for you. So that's a real easy way of now going on and creating. So don't feel overwhelmed by AI. Let it be that person that's sitting in the room with you and you're having a conversation with it. It will make the process it's so much easier for you. It's like my friend, like honestly, like I talk to the damn thing all day. I probably got issues, but you know, got to make it work. Got to make it work for you. So, Shay, what I would like to incorporate are now the chat bots to answer those frequently asked questions. However, the program I use for everything of my business, the scheduling, the calendars, payments, just everything, does not have a chat bot component to it. So I'm going to probably have to think of creating another type of website just for the chat bot, and then having a chat bot have it recommend to go to my website for other components. So that's what I'm thinking of now.
Okay. I mean, that's one way. Also ask ChatGPT. Say, this is the tech I got, and this, what AI will help or whatever. Let's see what it says. I always go in there. Now, sometimes ChatGPT don't have all the answers, right? Now, what I will say is it has updated. It is now pulling from the web again, and so it has way more intuitive answers. Yet again, as I'm going to say, since last week. So if you tried it before last week and it wasn't giving you intuitive answers, try again. Because sometimes, like, I love to ask it for links and it'll tell me that it can't give me links. Now it gives me a few more links. So try again, Demetra. Please don't give up. Don't give up. Try again. Because at the end of the day, we just have to become better prompt engineers to get the information that we want, because it's in there. It's pulling from too much. The answer is in there. We just have to know how to ask it, right? It's almost like our child or our companion. You got to ask that correct question the correct way to get the correct answer that you're looking for, right? Glow, what AI are you already using, if any, and how are you going to incorporate the AI shared today in your phase 1 and phase 2 of the client journey? And we're going to see if Glow can come off the mic. All right. We're going to go to Cheryl. Cheryl, what AI are you already using? And from what we shared today, what are you going to infuse in your phase 1 and phase 2?
What I had started doing a couple of months ago was I noticed a post on IG, and there are tons of people on IG that are immersed in AI, and they give like these little mini tutorials on how to do X, Y, and Z. And so I started looking at, just like you said, where do I need and what do I need in my business? Because I'm getting ready to do like a total relaunch anyway. And so I just started taking down and trying all kinds of things for different phases. I mean, anywhere from ad copy to they have this program, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a thesaurus, only it's designed to go with what you're doing, your industry language kind of thing. Instead, I guess it's kind of like what you were saying about making sure it sounds like you.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think many industry words are synonymous, and they aren't. You can't switch them out like that. And when people who are in the industry read your copy or whatever you've written, your content, and they see this, they know that you're a wannabe, but you don't understand fully what you're doing. What I have been playing around with since November of 2022 is Chat GPT. And then, of course, when Bard came out, same thing with Bard, and then Canva and Mid Journey. It turns out I've been doing a class where we're like in our third round of the class. And one of the young ladies that has followed through with all 3 classes, turns out she's a Mid Journey expert. And
Cool.
she started, literally from scratch. So she helps me out the whole 9 yards. And, she was one of the first people that shared with me, deal with the face shots or bust shots, stuff like that, because then the hands, oh my goodness, they look like they belong to aliens and stuff. And there were other things, she knows how to make it not look so AI. Obviously, we know it's AI because of the lushness and all that good stuff, but she's worked from a place of art. And there's another young lady that I met in the Chat GPT, whatever thing we were doing. I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was, Noel. And they taught us all kinds of stuff. And she, Libra, is like I hate to use the word guru, but that's the only thing to describe her. You name it for Mid Journey, and she knows it. And her work it's just lickalicious. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm doing. I'll just end that out. Forgive me, I just woke up. But it's AI is going to revolutionize your staff. It doesn't mean you can get rid of everybody, but it allows you options so that you can keep your overhead under control. Because I don't ever plan to be that one that makes $1 million, but I pay $999,000.99 out to outsourcing, and my profit is a penny. Not happening. I release the mic.
Good information. Thank you. And in our community, we have Meredith Hurston. And she is definitely a mid-journey expert. In fact, she did the summit I was a part of, not speaking, but I was on the back end because it's for a client. She spoke and she gave us Insight Face as a mid-journey plugin that helps you to face swap, right? So like you can have mid-journey do a character or whatever, and then that plugin can put your face on it, right? So now the character looks like you. And so yeah, she's another guru you might want to look into for mid-journey, and she's right here in our Unlock Your First Six Figures community. So that's another one. Dr. LaFera, what AI are you currently using for phase 1 and 2 of the client journey? And what are you going to incorporate from what we've shared today?
So right now I use ChatGPT to help me with like awareness with creating quizzes and creating blogs. I used to help give me like a format for those, and then I use Canva right now. I'm using Canva to bulk create like a bunch of social media posts.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't posted them because I was learning how to do it well before I do it and learning what to put in it. I want to use it for a chatbot, but like I have Shopify right now, but I need a WordPress to integrate with my Shopify site for my doctor brand again.
Mm-hmm.
So I need a chatbot to help me with that. I have Mobile Monkey. You mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
I got it a long time ago, so I need to still see if I can set it up. Since I purchased it, it's supposed to be lifetime, but I need to go back to that. And I'm going to be using the video.ai because I want to create a lot of different reels. My only question with that is if the reels that you create, like, are they voiceless? Do you have to do B-roll over them? Or like how do those work? And I'm gonna go back. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But for me, like I take this morning show, 45 minutes, and dump it in there, and it pulls clips from it. So it's us talking. Well, it's me talking because I don't never really use the ones with y'all. But it's me talking. Like in the future, I may use the ones with y'all because I might be pubbing the morning show itself, right? But how I was using it before was just my expertise. So it either be my monologue that I give first or my answer to a question to y'all, because I was only showing my expertise. But how I have it in my head when I finish my business plan, I'll know for sure is I'm going to actually pub the show. And so I would need clips from the show that includes who is on the show, who else is talking, right? So if your video has audio, it has audio, right? So you could do it that way. But what we know is we can always put video in platforms, turn our audio down, bring music up or add different audio in it. And you can also do that in Canva. So you can still take a clip that had audio, turn that audio down and do a voiceover on it, or take different clips, slice them together, do voiceover. But video.ai, it takes the audio that you have.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna go back and you said the image thing because I've been wanting to put my face on some of the AI stuff that I've been creating because I need a lot of help with graphic stuff. That's what some of the stuff that holds me back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to figure out how to put my head on top of stuff that I create in these apps. So
for me, what I'm finding is if I can learn the AI first, then I can hire a VA that's a doer, because I can just then teach them what my process is and pay less, right? But there's going to come a time when you need the actual expert graphic designer when we're doing stuff like, say we're having an event and we need large form graphics and that type of thing. We actually need branding. There's never not going to be a need for the expert, but there is also stuff that is like admin stuff that someone that is a doer and that will be lower cost can do. So what I love about AI is if I learn it and I get my process down and I document my process, I can then hire a doer just to come in and do my process. And what I'm always so grateful for is we hire people that end up having their own genius, and I leave room for them to show their genius, right? It is amazing to me how some of these VAs who are really admin VAs are still creatives. Right. And so even though they may not put their their genius out there as graphic design, if you give them graphic design to play in, it comes out pretty good. And you're like, oh, okay, awesome. So give them a structure and then give them room to also be creative.
Do you have a blog on VAs?
Oh, I do not. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, because that's what I need. I need a.
Yeah, Coach John has a video on VAs, how to hire a VA. He has a whole like 2-hour session.
Oh, in his group? In his group?
I don't know where it is. You might have to ask him.
Yeah,
Okay.
just ask him. Because I know also he right now I think he has an offer to either hire for you a VA that can do AI stuff, or show you how to hire a VA that can do AI stuff. So he has an offer out there, and a training might be in his AI boss group. But like Teray said, ask him.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
So,
Of course.
Shay, this is Cheryl. With the VA, if anybody knows Charlene Allen, she's really good with all of that as well. Remember her from Feed Your Dreams?
Cool beans. And I think she's in the community too. So we probably tag her.
Yes, she is.
Cool beans. All right. DeWanna, I'm coming to you next, but first let me read off what Glow got us. Glow said she is using ChatGPT more and more. And she wants to use the video to break down her clips. So that's that video.ai. So cool beans. DeWanna can't come off the mic. You can put it in the comments, DeWanna. Kimberly said she's used chat, Lord, everything is ChatGPT to me. She's used Jasper AI for product descriptions on her website. She just started using ChatGPT for posts, the free version of Copy AI for tips. And she said, I want to do a YouTube channel, so not sure what to use for that. So what I will tell you is ChatGPT can do a lot of stuff, right? So ChatGPT can help you with like what your content should be based on what you're wanting to be the expert in. It can help you with scripts and can help you with a lot of stuff. So and then when it comes to the video, then you can use some of the video AIs to help you with the actual finished product. So yeah, I'm about to jump into that myself, Kimberly. So YouTube, baby, SEO is the way to go. SEO is the way to go. So do want to put yours in the chat. Tracy, can you come off the mic and tell us how you're currently using AI and how you're going to infuse some of the AI we've shared today in your phase 1 and 2?
Sure. Good morning. I'm currently using ChatGPT for everything and combining it in Canva to do some amazing things, but I didn't know I could do it to create my book cover. So that was a trying feat for me, but that's okay. But I plan to add video.ai and Midjourney in the phase 1 and 2. So y'all will see what that looks like soon.
Okay. Cool beans. Auntie Tracy said, Auntie Tracy, Lord, I just got finished talking to Tracy. Auntie Shaky asked, does anyone have an app you can use to clean up audio? When you say clean up audio, what do you mean, Auntie Shaky?
So I did an interview with someone, but I had them holding a microphone and you can hear them very clearly, but you can also hear the other people in the background as like background noise. And I just wanted to know if there was an app that could clear that up.
Okay. Try Audacity. That's AUDACITY. It is an audio software and I think it's free. Try that. I know a lot of people use that to get their Audible sounds on Kindle, on Amazon. You know, a lot of people narrate their own books and they use that Audacity to get it up to speed. So try that. But also ask ChatGPT, are there any AI apps available? Like Google it too. Because again, what I'm giving you is just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. Do your own research and figure out what else is out there. And what we know is every day something new is available. So if you Googled last week, Google again this week.
Shay, this is Cheryl. There's a gentleman on Clubhouse, Von Fahey, who's a sound engineer. He can give you all kinds of resources for doing that.
Okay, spell his
He's
name for
absolutely
us.
Vaughn, and Fahey is, I think it's Faehy or Faehie. But if you put in Vaughn, he's an African American man out of California, I do believe. And you know, you start spelling it, it'll pull him up.
Cool beans. Awesome.
Yeah, he's absolutely incredible. And he's there for instruction as well. Or if you decide you want to pass the job on, he can do the job for you, and quickly and effectively.
Thank you. Is he a saxophone player?
Yes, I believe that's yeah, he does. Yes, I'm pretty sure, because we've been chatting. It's been a little bit since I talked to him. He's been caregiving with his mother. He's married. I think he has a daughter. Are we talking the same person? Oh,
You know, he probably just Googled and saw saxophone player and was like,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. Well, look, this is just day one of AI. So again, look at the list at shaycannon.com/AI. See what you can start infusing into your client journey, right? But also, like Teray said, if you're not on the client journey yet in your business planning and you just have outstanding things that you have to deal with right now, go ahead and check out and see what AI can help you with where you are, okay? Don't try to hurry up and get to a point where you feel like AI can help you. See where it can help you wherever you are, right? There's some AI out there for almost anything. Find it and try it out, okay? And sometimes when there's more than one option, find the option that works best for you. The option that works best for me may or may not work best for you. So always check and see what else is available and, you know, play with them and see what's best, especially before you start paying. Most of them have a free trial. So do the free trial, actually get in there and play in it during the free trial, and then decide for yourself what's helpful. Because if there's not ease of use, it's not helpful. Okay, so maybe you need to learn more stuff, maybe you don't, but if it's not an ease of use to it, either because you got a mindset block or whatever, it's not helpful, right? So go in it where you're looking for how it can help you, not where you should be, okay? A lot of y'all are judging yourselves. Stop judging yourself and go see where it can help you with where you are, okay? Dewana says she's in the phase of figuring out how, so it helps her business. So the list is very helpful. Cool beans, Dewana, cool beans. Go to the blog post, Dewana, and look at the whole thing. Even though we're going to go